Good morning, everyone. I think we're ready to go. I want to welcome you all here this morning. This is a big day, a very exciting day, the culmination of many, many steps to get here, but it's a pretty big step, as it will be a visual representation of the hard work that has been years in the making. I'm thrilled that we get to do all of this with and for you this morning. All of you who have helped us, who advised us as we've gone through this journey to get to this point. But also for every resident who took the time to weigh in and help us truly understand what matters to them. I can't wait for you to see what we have all done together, all of us. It's really a vision. It's bold, it's authentic, and deeply rooted in time and place. This is a celebration of where we are today, and it is essential to begin by acknowledging the land on which we stand, our commitment to reconciliation and the calls to action that underscore our responsibility to live up to the spirit and intent of treaty. I am honored to be working with the Downtown Event and Entertainment District with strong leaders, many of whom are Indigenous, as we forge a better way forward, side by side, as the treaties intended. This is Treaty 6 territory, the traditional homeland of the Métis. These are the lands of the Cree, Saulteaux, Dakota, Nakota, Sioux, Dene, Blackfoot, and other Indigenous peoples who have made and continue to make this place their home. As we embark on this journey to create Saskatoon's Downtown Event and Entertainment District, we stand at the threshold of an extraordinary opportunity, a chance to shape not just a physical space, but a living, breathing testament to the values that define us as a community. The word bold comes to mind. Imagine our forefathers, John Lake and Chief Whitecap, scouting out this territory, the river, laying down all of the ways in which we were able to achieve trade, agriculture, railways, all of the things that would transform Saskatoon into a great city. I am reminded of how those who paved the way for my generation by moving some of those railways, making way for Midtown Plaza, a big shopping mall, and Centennial Auditorium, which at the time was pretty controversial, but it gave us our first live theater, our first trade and convention center. We are a city that has always punched above its weight, and like those that went before us, we will ensure Saskatoon continues to be a great city, a great place to visit, to invest, to work, to play, and especially to call home. At this time, I am pleased to introduce you to my cohort on the Downtown Event and Entertainment District Advisory Committee as we work together to put these opportunities together on behalf of City Council. And at this time, I'm just going to say a brief hello to my colleagues who are joining us here today. I see Councillor Dunauer, Councillor Hill, Councillor Gersher, Councillor Curtin, who else am I missing? And Councillor Goff. So thanks to all of you for joining. Thanks for everyone that is joining us here this morning. As I said, we work on behalf of Council, and my co-lead on this is Councillor Troy Davies from Ward 4.
Good morning. I'm going to try to keep this really brief because we're all here to see some special designs, but I do have a couple things to say that really highlights a lot of the work that's been done in the room here today by a lot of people who are here and some who couldn't be here. So I do want to thank our colleagues from the province who are in the room as well. Again, this is going to be a huge focus and a huge vision, not just from a municipal lens, but provincial, probably federal, and some private investment as well. But today is a huge day for Saskatoon and Saskatchewan, as we actually get to see what our city can look like in the future. This is a project that personally I've been involved in since probably 2016. So like everything at City Hall, we move real quickly on projects like this. Just kidding. Sorry, our administration staff. But again, our current facilities at SaskTel Centre and here at TCU Place are experts in their fields and have ensured residents in Saskatchewan have experienced world-class events in these centers and conferences for several decades and will continue to do so. Today we get to show you what the plans look like for the future. We are not building these for today. This is a plan and a vision for tomorrow. This is not a project that we are looking to support on the backs of taxpayers. We feel that this is a project that we have significant private investment and also provincial, federal government support that we can all work together to bring this vision to not only Saskatoon, but to Saskatchewan. This may not happen immediately, but it's important that we have these plans shelf-ready for when opportunities come forward, similar to what we did when we built 2 bridges at the same time, when we had a brief window to get those plans in, and what we learned from the South Bridge. Our administrative team under Murray Totland at the time and our executive team were ready for that project and put it forward, and we were able to make that happen. So I want to thank all of our deed advisory members who are here today, my colleagues from City Council who are in the room here today, the SaskTel Center and TCU staff who are here and may not be in the room, who are led under Tammy and John under their leadership. And again, the board of directors from both of those facilities as well, and also all of our consultants who have worked with our staff to make sure that today's vision, which Cynthia's going to share with you right away, is something that we can all look forward to and work forward to in the future. So thank you very much.
The entertainment district will one day be magnificent for our city. I just want to underscore that I'm Council Strategic Lead for Downtown Development, and so to me, this is also an extraordinarily important city building initiative in order to drive density to the core, where infrastructure and services already exist, where we can start to build our city more efficiently, where we can be more affordable, less expensive, and more sustainable. So to me, this is a must-do, not a nice-to-have. So with no further ado, I get to do does anyone have a drum roll? Honored guests and everyone everywhere who believes in this city, we are honored to introduce you to a new vision for downtown Saskatoon. I hope somebody's going to walk us through what all of these renderings are, but I think that as you look at them, you can see that we have day and nighttime features. We have features that are showing visual representations of the future Saskatchewan Place, the future Saskatoon Trade and Convention Center, the future public space, the green space, the spaces that we heard from our community that they wanted to see. Places that everyone could access without a ticket, places that they could walk through and enjoy nature, things that sort of would connect us more fully to the things that we're most proud of in this city, like Meewasin Trail. So I feel that this is an exciting opportunity. There's opportunities in some of those photos you'll see that look like there's a bit of a community room. Like there's an opportunity to do all sorts of events that are independent of the major facilities. So this is a very exciting time. It also shows how the bus rapid transit system is going to move in and through the district. So at this time, I'm going to have the opportunity to introduce you to a couple of deed, and we call it the deed, it's just easier, deed advisory members who have worked on this project alongside our administration and council through all of these many years already. And Stephen Yee, I'm going to call you up first.
Hi, I'm Stephen Yee, and I'm a public member of the Deed Advisory Group. I work in the tech sector here, and I got involved in this project because I see the potential it has for being an engine for growth in the city and a really generational opportunity to create new opportunities for the people here. The Downtown Event and Entertainment District is more than an event center or a convention center. And while those facilities are central parts of the vision, I think reducing the project to just those features does a disservice to the potential of the project for becoming that economic engine. This district can be the spark that ignites a thriving downtown with more business, more housing, and more tourism. I saw a great stat this week that Saskatoon has gained more than 36,000 new employed people since December 2016. And that's over 6 times more than the rest of the province combined. We also have the highest employment rate and labor force participation rate in the country. But despite these amazing feats, our unemployment rate is actually going up because our workforce is growing faster than our job growth. A study by the Greater Saskatoon Chamber of Commerce and Downtown Saskatoon projects $1.1 billion in gross economic impact during the construction of this district. And early projections show that the district would create over 2,000 jobs in the province and well over $100 million in new labor income across the province. And there are already examples of innovation and entrepreneurship coming to life in the downtown area. The recently announced Caswell Bus Barns project is a prime example of adaptive reuse and of marrying commercial and residential space, which is a cornerstone of any flourishing downtown. Opportunity for projects like these will only grow as the downtown becomes more vibrant and more livable. Saskatoon is growing at a blistering pace, and growth like this will always create demand for new neighborhoods. But every linear foot of infrastructure we build spreads our tax base thinner and thinner. The mid and high-rise development common in booming downtowns would go a long way towards increasing housing stock through more tax-sustainable infill development, while also helping address a critically low rental vacancy rate here. The study by the Chamber and Downtown Saskatoon projects as many as 10,000 new people could be moving downtown within 10 years following construction of the district, meaning hundreds of millions of dollars annually in new consumer spending and gross economic activity. This growth would naturally complement all the new development needed on the periphery of the city and contribute to a more efficient tax base. Demand for new housing and new amenities is a symbiotic relationship, though. One can't exist without the other. This project creates enormous opportunities for entrepreneurs to realize their dreams of economic independence and gives more people the desire to live downtown, not just visit on event nights. And this isn't just a district for Saskatoon either. It's a district for Saskatchewan and beyond. Many concerts in Saskatoon see half or more of its attendees come from outside of the city, some from as far as Alberta and Manitoba. The limitations of our current convention facilities, while we are maximizing the ones we have, mean we're losing dozens of events each year to other cities, many of those worth more than $1 million in gross economic activity. Being able to co-locate events across an adjacent event center and convention center, while ideally supporting events with new nearby hotel inventory, would make Saskatoon an even more compelling destination, not just for national events, but for international events. The features that make a downtown vibrant for residents make it vibrant for visitors as well. I work in a rapidly growing local business, and we often come back to the mantra, what got us here isn't going to get us there. We can't rest on our laurels and be complacent. We don't want to become a flyover city. We need to boldly and fearlessly reach out and take the future that we deserve. Thanks.
Thank you, Stephen. I'm going to remember that. What got us here isn't going to get us there. That's wonderful. Thank you so much for that. One more member of our deed advisory group, I'm going to call up Shauna Nelson. I was just speaking with Shauna as we were getting ready this morning and reminded her that we are rural kids and we went to school together in Hanley. And here we are today helping to build this magnificent opportunity. Shauna.
Well, that just speaks to what Stephen said, is that it's not just Saskatoon's district, it is the province's district. It actually can be the world's district if we can get them to come. And so I don't know about you, but a few words come to mind when I see this. I am excited, and I see inclusivity, and I also see proud. I'm proud to live in the city, and wherever I go, whether it's in this country, outside of this country, I say Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Canada, that's where I'm from. And then I start to talk, and they say, are you the mayor of that city? Not yet. Not yet. No, but I am proud, and this will make me more proud to tell people where I live. And we deserve it. Why do we think we don't deserve this? I deserve it, you deserve it. My kids deserve this, and my grandkids, hopefully not yet, she's only 21, but my grandkids deserve it, and I might not have the opportunity to take full advantage of this, but I want to make a decision now to have impact for generations to come. So if you weren't convinced before you saw this, I hope you are now, and I hope you are a believer that this is a must-do, as Cynthia said. And as you can see, this design creates a community for all. So I'm Shauna Nelson, and I formerly was a director of sales and marketing at one of the hotels, two of the hotels, Sheraton, the James Hotel. I also sat on a board full of hoteliers, and we collect some fees that help promote this city for people to come, for events, for last night, Canada, 4, US 2, yes, go, we need one more, right? Anyways, events like that, but it's more than just the buildings that are gonna house these events. It is, I stand here like Stephen. I stand here today because I do fill a public position on this advisory board. And it is my role and responsibility to make sure that we're keeping top of mind that this is a downtown for everyone. So the vision that you see here, it's dynamic, it's inclusive, it's energetic. It is a place where you can connect with your coworkers in a thoughtfully designed little area, seating area that you might have saw those little huts over there. It's a place where you can bring your family down and stroll along the vibrant and animated streets. It is a place where we can live. There's going to be living and housing around this area. It's also a place where we can go to after the work day. A place to play. And it's a place that you can go just because you want to feel special. As I mentioned, I'm a mother of 21, or a mother of a daughter who's... Wait a minute, did that slip out? No, I am a mother of a 21-year-old. And she's got 4 more years of university. And I don't want to lose her to the lure of another city that has a lively and energetic and attractive downtown. I tell her about what's going on, and she's excited. And she's like, Mom, is it going to include this? And is it going to have that? And I'm like, yes, the possibilities are definitely there. And I can see the possibility of my daughter, when she's done, staying here because we have something here that she kind of thinks is pretty cool. And again, I want to also keep your children and your grandchildren, and I want to be that place where people are lured to come here and live and work and play, and I want our kids to stay. So you'll see that there is a lot of thoughtfulness in the design, a lot of purposefulness in the intent of the space, and the determination and the commitment that we're all making to make sure that this is more than just bricks and mortar, but a gathering place for all. For all seasons as well. There's some great ideas that are going around the board as how we can use this space for, because we know minus 40 to, well, plus 19. But anyways, it's going to be all seasons, all accessible to all, and it is going to be a downtown for everyone. So thank you.
I'm inspired all the time by the Deed Advisory Group and the members of our community stakeholder group and their energy and enthusiasm. Shauna, thank you so much for that. That just warmed my heart. Everything you said as a mother, I just will say ditto. And of course, we have one more speaker, the most important one, of course. And I feel bad for him because I think everything amazing has been said. But I am pleased to welcome the man who has literally steered this ship over all these years, His Worship, Mayor Charlie Clark.
Well, thanks, Cynthia. And I'm just going to actually take a quick moment. If the members of the advisory committee could stand up, please, so we can just recognize everybody who's been part of the Deed Advisory Committee and helping us guide through, and give them a round of applause. I want to just recognize, in particular, Tribal Chief Arcand and Kathy Pruden-Ansel, who are representatives from Saskatoon Tribal Council and Regional District of Métis Nation. One of the key aspects of building this district is to help figure out how to create a place of belonging rooted in Indigenous placemaking. And Tribal Chief and Kathy were part of helping organize an important ceremony on the site to start us off in a good way, and to work with Elder Peter Nippy and a whole group of elders within the community who have continued to inform and advise this vision for this space. And one of the themes that's really come together is between the earth and the sky at the heart of the city, as a part of really understanding where this is situated on the land. And I really want to thank their guidance and the guidance of the community in helping us to get there. I just also want to quickly ask if we could have the members of the city staff, SaskTel Center staff, and TCU staff who have been part of this. If we could just recognize, these are people who are, stand up please, if you could, behind the scenes, are doing a tremendous amount of work to help figure out how to build a project. In Edmonton, the Oilers, are a big player, and they're able to do it with that sort of drive from a private partner. We're getting a private partner, we hope, absolutely. And in the meantime, it is something where the city and these partners have had to do a tremendous amount of work to get us there. And I'm very proud of how that work has happened. So I'll just quickly say, I think by hearing from the members of the advisory committee who spoke and to hear that message, this is not a project that will be built by the city. It will be built with the community. There's no way this project gets done without tremendous community support and partnerships and even investments and partnerships with the hotel industry to find a way to use things like accommodation taxes and other things to help to cover the investments, ticket sales, tax incremental financing, all those types of things. And it will absolutely require provincial support. And so if we could get the MLAs in the room, Ken Cheveldayoff is on the advisory group. And I know we have Cabinet Minister Wyant and Mark Friesen. Please stand up, because we want you to be our champions to help us get this done. And we have Erica Ritchie here as well on the NDP side. And we really have appreciated the open dialogue with you as we've done this. We are just about 300,000 people as a city. And we are just turning to that point of becoming a very key metropolitan center on the prairies. And as we've heard, we're growing very fast. We are the economic engine in so many ways of the province. And so we need to be thinking big about the future. We're welcoming the world, and we're becoming increasingly important in meeting the world's needs. And in order to rise to this role and we need to create a thriving urban center that our children see a future in. And so we need to be ambitious about being a great city. And if we think of any great cities in the world that we like to go to, they have great gathering places. The places that bring people together, the places where relationships are made, where people are inspired, where people get to experience world-class entertainment and experiences. And when your city is becoming as diverse as ours is, these gathering places are absolutely crucial for making sure that we create the bonds between people from diverse backgrounds as they come together, to build mi'o-wakotowin, to build good relationships, as we've been learning more and more about what the meaning of that is. And so that is why this district is crucial when we think not just about what we are today as a city of 300,000 people, but what kind of city do we believe we need to become when we become 400,000 people, which could happen within the next, it's taken 17 years to become 300,000 people, because I know in 2006 when I got elected, we were at 200,000. So 17 years from now, we could be 400 or more given our growth rate. We need to be thinking about that city and what kind of city we need for then, and that's why we're planning now. It's not going to happen next year. It's not going to be built and up and running in 2 years, but we know we need to work on it now to make sure that it is ready to replace our aging facilities now and to be able to meet the needs and the demands and the ambition of this thriving city on the prairie. So thank you very much to everyone who's been working so hard on this project, and to Cynthia and Troy and for your leadership on this file. We're very excited about how this can shape our city for the future.
Okay, so I am now going to call up Dan Willems, our project lead from the city, and CEO Tammy Sweeney from TCU, to run us through. You have some, did you get some goggles? Everyone, you got your eyewear? They're being passed around right now, I'm being told. We have one more surprise for you. We're gonna use a little AI this morning so you can see what it looks like, and now you're gonna be able to feel what it looks like. And just before I turn over the microphone to these folks, I'll just remind everyone that following this portion of the program, please stick around. We have cake. Did you see that cake? Could somebody please tell me about the cake? That is the most incredible cake I've ever seen in my life. You want to stay for cake? We've got coffee, beverages. Stick around and have a visit, and let's talk about the city that believes in itself. Let's do this. Have a great day.
All right. Good morning, everybody. My name is Tammy Sweeney, and I'm the CEO at TCU Place, and we're so happy that you're with us this morning. We're almost casting. As you're receiving your goggles, keep in mind that you're going to see a live version of this on stage today. You will also have an opportunity to go next door and see this after the presentation this morning. But we really do want to help you picture yourself in this space. We want you to feel it. We want you to understand and feel what it's like living, working, and playing in this space. All right, tech team, are we ready? We're not ready yet? Yes, we're ready to go? Okay, we're not casting yet, but we're close. Okay, we are casting. Dan, we're good to go. So, Dan is going to walk us through the space. I'm going to be your very first tour guide, and I'm so excited to be the very first tour guide. So what you're seeing now, you'll see 5 yellow dots on the screen, and those are the 5 places where Dan's actually going to start the tour. So this is looking at the new grand front entrance of TCU Place, or the Centennial Auditorium. It's had so many names over the years. It is across 22nd Street, so we're right now standing kind of on the arena or the event center, looking around and towards the Holiday Inn Hotel. Look at the trees and the green space. So where we're landing right now is an outdoor amphitheater and a concert pavilion and a concert terrace. Looking into the main area of the event center, see lots of gathering spaces. So again, we're now looking at, this is the existing part of TCU Place with a facelift, a much new and improved facelift. This whole area, very pedestrian friendly, it's curbless, so no tripping hazards. That front entrance there where it says "Come From Away" is a digital sign that's smart technology that is designed to actually be a sign when we want it to be a sign and a window when we want it to be a window. We're seeing the area where TCU Place now connects to the bay, the existing Midtown. And again, I love how the glass reflects the big sky in Saskatoon. Everything is designed with this project to bring sky and city and people together. The indigenous plants, the gathering space, space for people to walk. Our speakers today earlier have talked about a place to gather, to belong, a space for all. And that's really what this downtown center is. The buildings are a very small piece of that. This is about a whole city and a whole downtown. What Dan's starting to see now, he's going to teleport us into the main area of the front, or the main area of Saskatchewan Place, which we're calling it here, the event center. You can see the Fred Saskatchewan statue, again, gathering places, and the rendering is supposed to be showing you what it's like on a typical weekday in Saskatoon. This is a very special piece. So those buildings that you see where Dan's just looking at now, that's the retail and bar space. So again, places to gather before a show, before a concert, after a concert. Come down here, park once, walk around, have a night to yourself. The trees that have been specially designed for shade and protection against the elements are there, and a vibrant part of the district as well. It's not concrete, it's jungle, or it's not a concrete jungle, it's green space, it's livable space, it's playable space. The amount of gathering space here is designed not only for people attending events, but for people just being through the day. If they are here where they want to go and have lunch, you see people sitting on the amphitheater. That is a raised amphitheater, so we could have events in this space, Taste of Saskatchewan, that sort of thing. And we're, again, looking at the hotels right next door to these to the centers. So lots of space, lots of places for people to be, to gather. The bus rapid transit system will be, there'll be stops outside of both of these centers to pick people up. What have I missed? Dan, are you getting dizzy yet? I want to find the concert pavilion can we go back to the front of the convention center? There we go. Or not the concert pavilion, I meant the terrace, but you're getting there. So, and this sign as well, as I mentioned, and by the way, you know, come from away is the sign there. We might see this back in Saskatoon. We had 8 shows there last fall and might be back again. What you're just starting to see on the far right of the screen is an outdoor terrace for the convention center. We have never had that. We have a place for people to gather, to reflect, to look at the big sky. You see the flags there that reflect not only the flags of Saskatoon and the province of Saskatchewan, but Treaty 6 and the Métis Nation. This is truly designed to be an inclusive space, a space where we can dream bigger, we can be bigger, the gathering space, the play space for families and kids of all ages to live, work, and play in Saskatoon. So this is just a taste of what it will be like to be in Saskatoon when this is your downtown and this is your city. Pedestrian friendly, a place for people of all ages, a place for people, whether you're paying for a ticket for something or you really just want to be part of the action, this will be your place and your city. So we welcome you to your district, to your downtown entertainment and event district, and we really encourage you to, the goggles that you've gotten now, you'll be able to take those home and have a similar experience to this, to share it with friends and family, to have those conversations that need to be had to generate excitement for what's going on and what's going to happen in our city. So we do want to invite you as well, as Cynthia mentioned, to come next door. One of the things that wasn't clear in the VR, it was just on the screen on the side. I don't know if you've seen the new front lobby for the convention center. It was on this wall over here. Absolutely fabulous. It's a place that we will be able to welcome international and national events like we have never been able to welcome before. Somebody had mentioned earlier, I think it was Stephen, that we are losing events to other cities. And we have a beautiful space and we do a lot with it, but it is not meeting what our other competitors are offering to their guests. So we do need to do something, and what you're seeing here is that something. Thank you so much for joining us today. Have a wonderful day.